Just got back from running 12.7 miles too. Hashtag fit life. Hey guys, hello and welcome to my channel. This video is about how I got into modeling, but the thing is, this is also my first video, but it wasn't supposed to be my first video. It was supposed to be my second video because freaking my camera fell off a bridge and it had my SD card in it. I'm gonna get that SD card back. Some friends got it for me, but thank you if you're watching. But yeah, I mean, this is my first video officially for this channel. So anyway, let's jump into the story, my guys and gals. My laugh sounds kind of dumb. No, I think I'm good. Oh yeah, so by the way, also, I wanted to dress up for my first video. Yeah, I had to dress up a little bit. I mean, I'm wearing sweatpants. I don't know if you can see, but yeah. Some tomato juice just got on my foot. I also put on my cologne and everything. It's kind of funny because I would wear cologne, which you won't smell, yet I would wear sweatpants also, which you might see, which you have seen. So yeah, let's jump into the story. Okay, so it all started in 2017. It's kind of recent, of course. I'm only 19, by the way. Just turned 19 last Friday. Yeah. By the way, back in 2017, I was like mostly into business, and then one day I wanted to, I didn't want to, be too hardcore into business and stuff like that. I wanted to have like a nice youthful, life, as I'm still youthful and everything. You know what I mean? I just wanted to embrace that youth culture. I just wanted to dive right in. So anyway, yeah, my sister, she's like this huge fashionista type of person. She has her own business called Mimi Kutoa. So pretty much I used to be this huge, weird, antisocial nerd. Then all of a sudden through high school, I just glowed up out of nowhere. And like the end of 2017 was like the finalization, like the last 6 months was the finalization of my glowing up. I don't want to sound conceited saying that because, that's kind of lame, but I mean, it was true. That's what everybody told me. Now look at me. Anyway, so like I just looked in the mirror one day and I was like, oh man, So I went up to my sister and jokingly asked if I would like, be a good model or whatever, like based on my looks and stuff like that. She was like, actually yeah, like, like you can do some modeling stuff. I'm just like, wow, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, I was kind of joking, but like it's pretty cool to hear that. So I wanted to join up with this one modeling agency called SMG. SMG stands for Seattle Models Guild. Yeah, I wanted to like join up with them, and then she was just like, nah, don't join up with them. I found this other agency called Hefner, and they're like, a lot more like blah blah. She said all these like really good things about them, so I'm just like, oh, yeah, okay, sure. So I went to one of their open calls. You know what an open call is, like where you go and then like, they look at you, blah blah, and there might be other like people there trying to like look to become a model and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And when I went there, I was the only one there. I mean, open calls don't usually have too many people there, I guess. They like took photos of me, they asked me questions, and it was cool. So pretty much what they told me in the end was that they like my look, they like a whole bunch of stuff about me, they like my hair, blah blah blah, but then they told me that like I was like kind of like skinny, I needed to like tone up a bit. I wasn't insulted. I took that like completely constructively, and they weren't trying to insult me or anything. That's like a totally legitimate reason, So then they said to come back in like 1 to 3 months after like working out. So, and by then that was like October 19th, and then like, so yeah, about 3 months later, it was getting close to the end of the 3 months, and I wanted to just take up the entire 3 months because I wanted to get as fit as possible, as toned as possible, you know what I mean? So, that's pretty much what I did. I started an Instagram towards the end of that November, and then it was like really nice, had like all these nice pictures. Actually, my Instagram is right here, and it's probably somewhere else on my channel too. Go like all my pictures. So yeah, and then at some point I got actually DM'd by SMG, Seattle Models Guild, and they were like, hey, you should come to one of our open calls. And I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I could learn something. I could learn a thing or two. I go there, and then like there are other models there, which is different, but I later found out that they actually were also contacted through their Instagram accounts. They were DM'd. So I went, I talked to them, took pictures of me, told me about all this stuff. And then the next week, on like Monday, I went over to the bank because I wanted to cash a check that I actually got for a modeling job that I booked on my own. Yeah, on my own. Then I went to Bartell Drugs because I had all this money, so I bought a new candle and some Altoids. Classy, classy. And then as I was on my way home, all of a sudden, like, this like, you know, nice car stops by me. They were just like, hey, can I talk to you for a sec? I'm just like, okay. And like, I was just like wearing my hat, sunglasses, this big leather jacket and stuff like that. I was like trying to untangle my like earphones. I wasn't really trying to, you know, talk too much. I was just trying to get home. I was uncomfortable. It was really hot. I don't know why I was wearing a leather jacket when it was kind of hot. Anyway, I went over to their car. I talked to them for a sec. They were like, oh yeah, I had to like, you know, go around the block because I saw you walking by. I had to ask you something. I'm just like, oh, okay. What was it? And they said, have you ever considered modeling? And I'm just like, yeah, why? And they're like, oh yeah, so I work with a modeling agency and I just wanted to see if you were interested. What's your Instagram? And I'm like, oh, I tell them my Instagram. And I was like, wait, what agency are you from? And they're just like, oh, Hefner. And I'm just like, look who's come crawling back. It's like, no, I'm totally kidding. They didn't come crawling back. I totally wanted to get with them. If anything, I was the only one crawling. Then like, yeah, then after that we just talked for like a sec about the last time I came in for the open call and like, you know, what happened, blah, blah, blah. And later on that day, I get an email from Hefner from the person that I originally met with. She's like a super duper cool person. Like she has like the coolest clothes. I don't know. Anyway, so it then said, oh, apparently you got tracked down earlier today. It's kind of funny because, you know, it's about time for you to come back or whatever, because, you know, it's about that, you know, 3-month mark, you know, for you to come back and, you know, meet with us again. So we set up a time at the end of the week to go, you know, meet up and stuff. And then literally 2 days later, I get an email back from SMG and they say, oh, hey, come by and, you know, talk with us. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I have like time today. And then I got an email back. They were like, oh yeah, if you could come by at 1, that'd be totally cool. I'm just like, oh, okay. And then I looked at the clock and I'm like, wait a sec, it's 11:30. I haven't showered. I haven't done anything. I don't even have my clothes washed. I had like a whole bunch of dirty clothes. It was like about the time that I was gonna be, you know, doing my laundry, but then I had to be there in less than 2 hours. And I'm just like, boy. So I put my clothes in the freaking washer and then I had to like dry them really quick. I don't even know how. Anyway, somehow I was totally clean and totally showered and everything super duper quick, and I got there and I was super surprised. Anyway, I got there on time. I got there and talked with them. They told me like all this stuff. They ran me through the contract. They told me all this stuff, you know. They told me that out of the 6 other people that they were, you know, like meeting with and like, you know, having the process with or whatever, I was the only one who actually like that they actually wanted, which is actually so crazy to me. They said that they were trying to get models that they like, you know, really believed in, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, thank you. Then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna sign anything just yet. I'm gonna, you know, wait a sec. I'm gonna see what Hefner has to say. So I go over to Hefner 2 days later, and then they're just like, hey, blah, blah, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, nice to see you guys again. They have like the coolest office space I've actually ever seen. I kid you not. It's the coolest office space. There's like this huge ball with like, it's like patterned with like the British flag and like all this other kind of stuff, man. It's like, just like, it's like so actually nice. I love it in there. They even have a kitchen and like, it's just so cool, man. And then I was shown the contract, and since Hefner was like the original ones that I wanted, and I liked them better for so many different reasons, not to roast SMG or anything. SMG is still cool, it's still lit. It's still lit, you know, it's still lit. It's like the oldest one in Seattle, all that good stuff. But Hefner was the one that I wanted. It was the original one that I wanted. So I signed with them on the spot, and I was like, oh man, I'm officially a model now. I mean, I was, I guess, technically a model before I did a whole bunch of like, I was already a model. No one can make me a model. You make yourself a model. You make yourself a model. Anyway, so yeah, I start going home and like, I'm like, oh man, I feel so cool, bro. Hey, y'all. So, not to be a Hodge twin or anything. I felt bad about SMG because like they were like really cool and stuff like that, and they were all like, welcome to the family, and I'm just like, oh, thank you. But then I didn't actually join their family. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into modeling. And now I go to castings and stuff like that. I traveled to Portland. I traveled to Portland like a week and a half ago. I wish I was vlogging back then, oh my goodness. I was supposed to go there again last week for a shoot with Nike, but they actually rearranged their shoot stuff and like it ended up not happening. But yeah, I mean, like, it's not like they kicked me out or anything. I was like actually like, you know, about to shoot with them. They just changed their like, you know, shoot plans or whatever. Anyway, subscribe if you'd like. Check out my other videos. Psych, I don't have other videos unless I do now when you're watching this. So yeah, peace. Did I flip you off? That was actually an accident. Bye.